So in front of me here, I have an interesting one. As most of us know, over the past few years, Smoky Mountain Knife Works bought the rights to the Queen name, and they've basically been putting it on almost exclusively Chinese-made knives, except for like the first production run, which was made by Baron Son. And now, according to a video on the Smoky Mountain Knife Works YouTube channel, these right here are American-made Queen knives. Now, I don't know who's making them, but according to Smoky Mountain Knife Works, these are American made. Now, on their website, it does say Chinese made, but I'm guessing that they just like copied it from another thing because this was a pretty new post. So there wasn't really any information on it, but I saw what it was, this like jumbo trapper pattern. Like I said in a video where they announced it, they said it was USA made. So I was excited about that. And I was excited about it being Jumbo Trapper, American made, and it was like $65, I think, something like that, which seems like a pretty good price for a USA made knife. This is sporting the Queen name. I will say, whoever made this knife didn't do a great job cleaning it up. There's still like buffing compound all over everything, which isn't the end of the world or anything, but like I don't know if you're able to tell, but there's still some buffing compound in like the shield there. There was still some around a lot of parts of the scale. I think there's a little bit there yet. There's some there. So they didn't do a great job cleaning it up. But other than that, I mean, the knife's actually put together pretty well. There's a little gap here, it looks like, in between the scale and the liner there. That's not the end of the world or anything. Um, Maybe a little like missing piece there. It looks like almost like a chip out of the bone. Not a huge deal to me, anyway. These are jigged red bone handles. It's got this interesting like imperfection in the bone there, which you might either really like or really don't like. Um, I kind of like little things that make a knife stand out, and that is one of those things. But as far as the back springs and liners go, there's not really any gaps between them. They're pretty good. The main blade is, of course, like on most jumbo trappers, is just like a drop point plate here. You can see Queen is pretty good stamped in the tang there, unlike a lot of the Chinese made Queen knives, where it's just kind of like it almost seems like it's etched on the tang by something. But you can see this is really stamped in there. Queen. There's the model number QN7555. Pretty easy to remember. But anyway, you got your main drop point or Skinner blade, as some people call it, and then you've got your secondary spade blade here. And now, like I said, I don't know who made these, but they did a fairly good job. No blade play or anything. The action could be better, but it's not the end of the world or anything. Um, but it's pretty good. I do like the way the knife appears to be made. I don't know what the steel is because, once again, like I said, it was pretty much a like brand new post on their website, I think. So they didn't have any information on the steel. I'm kind of hoping it's carbon steel, but I have no idea. So I guess we'll find out. I just figured I'd want to put a video out on this pretty much as soon as possible, so that everybody's aware that this is a thing that is out now. They have two versions. They have this red jig bone, and then they have like a saw cut one, which is interesting. Which after I got this knife, I'll probably get that one too, because I am a fan of the Jumbo Trapper and USA made knives in general and everything. And it's cool to see the fact that it looks like Smoky Mountain Knife Works is going to have some USA made Queen knives. Now the box, if you care about the box, cool little black box here. It's got some like fancy insides and everything, magnetic closer thing, very similar to like a Rough Rider box, but perhaps feeling more premium. If I want to compare it here to my favorite Jumbo Trapper, which is this 23 Great Eastern Cutlery Jumbo Trapper here, Northfield. It is about the same size, closed. The blade is more along the shape of like the Remington Jumbo Trappers. So that's kind of cool or kind of interesting. So the blade's maybe a little smaller than the blade on the 23, but the handle is about the same size. So you get a really good um, hold on the knife and everything. High polished blades, they did come covered in oil, which adds on to me hoping that it's carbon steel, but I guess we'll find out. I don't know if there's any more information that they put up on their website since I bought this knife. I should go over there and check that out, but I didn't feel like it. I've been up for over 24 hours at this point, and kind of just wanted to make a video on this quick because I'm planning on carrying this tomorrow, I think, and I like to do these videos before I carry the knife. Now that might sound counterintuitive, but with traditional pocket knives, I like to show people what they get out of the box as far as, the condition of the knife and everything before I start to carry it and it gets all scratched up and everything. So like these bolster, like there's some like light bolster scratching. It was like that out of the box. Buffing compound, kind of a mess with the buffing compound. Um, so, that's the way it was right out of the box. But anyway, cool knife. I think it's probably worth the $65 I paid for it. And like I said, I'll probably get the other one because the other one's cool too. Last little detail here. The edge is pretty good. It feels like maybe like right about there, it feels like maybe it's got a little like notch in it. Like maybe it's got a blade wrap, although it doesn't sound like it. And what about the spade blade here? Speed blade feels okay. The edges are pretty good. Maybe a little rough. You could refine that pretty easily on a ceramic rod fairly quickly and everything. But anyway, pretty impressed with the knife. Once again, I don't know who made these. The only person that I can think of that this reminds me of is the guy that was making the Shatton Morgan knives, or was supposedly going to be making the Shatton Morgan knives, and produced the Weed & Co. knife and the Battle Axe knives. I don't remember his name. Cooper Cutlery. That was who it was. That's the only person I can think of besides like Case, which this isn't a Case knife. It's pretty obviously not a Case knife. And I don't think it's a Baron Sons knife, but I could be wrong about that. But it could be a Cooper Cutlery knife. But those are like the only people that I can think of that are really making knives in the US other than Great Eastern Cutlery, obviously, and then like, custom makers and all that. But once again, it's like, it's a $65 knife, so that really limits it. So if I had to guess, I'd say maybe Baron Son or Cooper Cutlery may have made this, but I'm not sure. Hopefully at some point maybe we'll figure that out. But as of right now, I have no idea. But they're cool knives. Like I said, as far as I'm aware, and as far as Smoky Mountain Knife Works has let everyone know, these are made in the USA, so that's cool. But anyway, that's going to be it for this little video on the Queen Jumbo Trapper here in this red jig bone. I do think, like I said, I do think I'm going to plan on picking up the saw cut one because it looked pretty cool as well. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Happy Easter. I believe I'm going to put this up on Easter if everything works out. So happy Easter to those that celebrate. And I will see you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a good day.